Want to know the one skill that can transform your career, relationships, and even your self-confidence? It's communication. Whether you're trying to ace that job interview, make new friends, or just feel more understood, mastering communication is the key. Stick around, because today I will not only show you how to master this essential skill, but also share stories that prove just how life-changing great communication can be. Let's jump in. Number 1. Why communication is everything. Why is communication so important? Think about this. Every successful leader, entrepreneur, or even your favorite celebrities got where they are because they know how to express themselves clearly. Communication is not just about talking. It's about understanding, connecting, and inspiring others. And guess what? Everyone can learn to do it better. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. He was an incredibly smart guy, had all the ideas but struggled to share them with others. In meetings, people would overlook him and he felt frustrated. He decided to work on his communication skill. He started practicing active listening, crafting his message clearly, and building confidence. Within a year, he was leading projects, getting promotions, and his relationship with colleagues transformed. That's the power of mastering communication. Number 2, the core skill of effective communication. So what are the core skills you need to master communication? Let's break them down. Number 1, the clarity. Make your message easy to understand. Don't overload it with jargon or too many ideas at once. Number 2, confidence. How you say something matters as much as what you say. Speak with assurance. Don't be afraid to own your message. Number 3, active listening. Good communication is as much about listening as it about talking. Pay attention to what the other person is saying and respond thoughtfully. Number 4, non-verbal communication. Your body language speaks volumes. Eye contact, gestures, and facial expressions all help convey your message. Number 5, empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of the person you are talking to. How are they feeling? How can you connect with them? I remember hearing about a CEO who turned around an entire company not by giving a speech but by listening. He spent his first month in the company just talking to employees, asking questions, and really paying attention. The result? A complete transformation of the company culture and the business thrived. That's the power of listening as a part of communication. Number 3, how to apply these skills in real life. Now let's talk about how to apply these communication skills in everyday life. Whether you are speaking in front of a crowd or having a one-on-one conversation, these techniques work everywhere. Number 1, start with a strong opening. When you speak, lead with something that grabs attention. Whether it's a story, a question, or a bold statement. You have got to pull people in the right way. Number 2, be mindful of your tone. Your tone can change the entire meaning of what you say. Try practicing different tones to see how they affect the message. Number 3, keep it simple. Sometimes we overcomplicate our communication. Focus on one point at a time, especially in an important conversation. Number 4, ask for feedback. After a big meeting or presentation, don't hesitate to ask people how you did. The feedback is one of the most ways to improve. Number 5, practice. Just like any skill, communication improves with practice. Try speaking in front of a mirror or recording yourself to see how you comes across. I once had a public speaking mentor who always said, repetition is the mother of mastery. He wasn't wrong. Early in his career, he was terrified of public speaking. But through continuous practice, delivering speeches to small groups, then larger ones, he turned his fear into his greatest strength. Eventually, he became a sought-after motivational speaker, traveling the world, all because he practiced consistently. Number 4, common communication mistakes and how to avoid them. We all make communication mistakes. Here are few common ones you should watch out for. Number 1. Talking too much. Ever feel like you are dominating the conversation? The communication is a two-way street. Make sure you give the other person time to speak. Number 2. Not listening. We often listen, just respond instead of to understand. Pause. Absorb what the other person is saying, then respond. Number 3. Focusing on yourself. Great communicator shift the focus from themselves to others. Ask questions. Show interest in other person's perspective. Number 4. Being defensive. If you react defensively when someone disagrees with you, it shuts down the conversation. Instead, ask questions to understand where they are coming from. I once witnessed a heated debate between two friends that could have been easily avoided. Both were passionate, but neither was really listening. They kept interrupting and defending their point, which only made things worse. Later, they sat down, asked each other questions, and actually listened. It made all the differences in repairing their friendship. How to master communication. So, for the final takeaway on mastering communication, it's simple. It all comes down to practice. Empathy, and self-awareness. The more you practice, the better you get. Always put yourself in the other person's shoes and be aware of your own body language, tone, and message. Remember, communication is the bridge that connects you to others. It's how we build relationships, solve problems, and achieve success. My challenge to you is start today, whether it's in a meeting, a conversation with a loved one, or just sharing with a friend. Apply these communication skills and watch the magic happen.